the spirit in a man. Why God gives men authority and dominion. Peace to the remnant. Today I'm teaching on one of the deepest mysteries in Scripture, the spirit in a man, and why God gives men authority, identity, and dominion. This is not about ego. This is not about culture. This is covenant architecture. Let's begin with Job 32:8. Elihu says, there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty gives them understanding. This is the foundation of biblical manhood. A man is not a man because of biology. A man is a man because of spirit. And that spirit comes from God himself. This is why Adam becomes a living soul only after God breathes into him. This is why authority is tied to breath. This is why identity is tied to spirit. This is why lineage is tied to men. Women receive life, men receive spirit. Women multiply life, men transmit spirit. Now let's connect this to Psalms chapter 8, verses 4 through 6. David asked, what is man that you are mindful of him? You made him a little lower than the angels. You crowned him with glory and honor. You gave him dominion over the works of your hands. Job 32:8 tells us what a man has. Spirit. Psalm 8 tells us what that spirit does. Dominion. God crowns men with glory, honor, authority, responsibility, dominion. Not because men are better than women, but because men carry spirit for office. That is why Adam names creation. This is why Adam receives command. This is why Adam receives judgment. This is why Adam receives responsibility. Authority flows from spirit. Spirit flows from God. And spirit is transmitted man to man. Now here's the part most people miss. The book of Job contains a passage that mirrors Psalm 8, almost word for word. Job 7, verses 17 through 18 says, what is man that you should magnify him, and that you should set your heart upon him, and that you should visit him every morning and test him every moment? Job is the oldest book in the Bible. Before David ever wrote Psalm, Job already carried the revelation. God magnifies men because he put spirit in them. God tests men because he entrusted dominion to them. God watches men because they carry his image in the earth. This is why Adam receives breath, Noah receives covenant, Abraham receives promise, Moses received law, David receives kingship, Christ receives the Spirit without measure. And every one of these men transmits something to other men. This is why priesthood is male. This is why lineage is male. This is why covenant identity is male. This is why office is male. This is why blessing is male. Women receive blessing, but they do not transmit it. Women receive life, but they do not transmit spirit. Women receive seed, but they do not transmit lineage. Women receive covering, but they do not transmit office. This is not about value. This is about design. Women are the earth. Men are the seed. Covenant is transmitted through seed. Authority is transmitted through spirit. And this is why Job 32:8 says, there is a spirit in man. This is why Psalm 8 says, God crowns man with glory and honor. This is why Job 7 says, God magnifies man and tests him. God is not testing women for dominion. He is testing men for dominion, because dominion is a male assignment. This is why Moses lays hands on Joshua. Elijah lays mantle on Elijah. Aaron consecrates his sons. Christ appoints apostles. Apostles ordain elders. Spirit flows man to man. Office flows man to man. Authority flows man to man. Women are essential to the covenant, but they do not transmit the covenant. This is the architecture of manhood. This is the structure of priesthood. This is the foundation of dominion. And the remnant is returning to it.